Tonight, before you close your eyes, take a moment and notice something. You will walk into your bedroom without fear. You will lock the door, switch off the lights, stretch your body across a soft mattress, pull a blanket over yourself, and fall asleep without asking a single question. It feels completely normal. But here's something that almost nobody realizes. For almost all of human history, doing exactly that would have been one of the most dangerous decisions you could make. Imagine lying completely flat in the middle of a dark forest. No walls, no windows, no locks, no flashlight, only darkness. Every sound could mean something was watching you. Every rustle of leaves could be a predator taking one more step. Every distant growl could become the last thing you ever heard. Now ask yourself one simple question. Would you still sleep the way you do tonight? Probably not. In fact, many researchers believe that our ancient ancestors often avoided deep, fully relaxed sleep whenever danger surrounded them. Instead of surrendering completely to the night, they rested carefully, sometimes leaning against rocks, sometimes sitting beside trees, sometimes gathered close around a fire where everyone could watch a different direction. Sleep wasn't simply about resting. It was a survival strategy. And that's where this story becomes fascinating. Because even though thousands of generations separate you from those early humans, your brain may still remember the world they lived in. Have you ever fallen asleep on a bus, only to wake up seconds before your stop? Have you ever dozed off in a classroom and somehow noticed the teacher saying your name instantly? Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night because of a tiny, unfamiliar sound that nobody else even noticed? That's not just coincidence. Your sleeping brain is far more alert than you think. Scientists now know that even while we're unconscious, parts of our brain continue scanning the environment for unusual sounds, movement, and potential threats. It's almost like an ancient security guard never clocks out. The strange part is, this system wasn't designed for bedrooms. It evolved in a world where every sunrise was uncertain, where a single careless night could erase an entire family, where darkness belonged to creatures with sharper teeth, stronger muscles, and better night vision than humans could ever hope to have. Think about that. Humans weren't the strongest animals. We weren't the fastest. We couldn't fly. We couldn't outrun wolves. We couldn't overpower bears. We couldn't even see well in the dark. So how did such a physically weak species survive long enough to build civilizations? The answer wasn't strength. It wasn't speed. It was awareness. For the first time, humans had created something most wild animals instinctively avoided. Fire didn't make people invincible, but it bought them something priceless. Time. Time to notice movement. Time to wake each other. Time to grab a spear. Time to survive until sunrise. Archaeologists have found evidence that ancient camps were often organized around central fire pits. This wasn't random. The fire became the heart of the camp. Children slept closest to it. Older members rested nearby. The strongest adults usually positioned themselves around the edges, facing outward into the darkness. It looked less like people going to bed, and more like soldiers preparing for a long night watch. Think about that image for a second. A circle of glowing fire. Dozens of eyes reflecting orange light. Beyond that circle, complete darkness. Somewhere beyond the trees, a pair of glowing eyes watching back. No one knew whether the night would remain quiet or explode into chaos within